I asked my PE teacher, I said, can I join the team? And he said, you are not good. We're not going to
Really?
select you. I didn't like it, but my dream was to do PhD.
Really? PhD
Yes.
in what?
PhD in a sports.
You can do a PhD in sports?
I don't tell these things to anybody,
Yeah, go
but
on.
I might have about more than 600 qualifications.
Oh,
I had a job to work in the university as lecturer in India. Back in 1991, I tell you the truth, I haven't learned anything like that here in the UK.
Okay. Welcome back to the Tariqology podcast. I'm your host, Mohammed Aminur Rahman, and I'm joined with someone from the sporting world. We've got Sanket Shah, the legendary table tennis coach from Highbury. How are you doing, Sanket?
Hi, nice to meet you, and thank you for inviting me here to your podcast.
How was your journey?
Journey was fine today.
So how long did it take you to get here?
About half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay. For us, we had a bit of a journey because, as I told you earlier, had a flat tire. We were trying to drag the car, but then that didn't work.
So okay, we are all here now.
We got here in the end. Now, Sanket, for the audience, could you just tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm a table tennis coach, and I run Highbury Table Tennis Club, which is established more than 14 years ago. So I run the club and helping the community to play table tennis.
Could you tell us a bit about your background? So growing up, were you born in the UK? Where were you born?
No,
and how did that?
I was born in India, and I coming from a middle class family in
Okay.
India. I have a sibling, the brother and sister, they're twins. So childhood and my adulthood was in India.
Okay.
So really good life, enjoyable childhood. So playing lots of sports, street crickets, and playing lots of entertaining games and stuff like that in the street sports also. So yes, and the primary school life was also good, not excellent. I wasn't very well in the study that time, but eventually got better later on in life.
You said that you've got a brother and sister. Are they in India currently, or are they in the UK?
They're both in India, yes.
Do you visit them often?
Yes, when I go to India, I just visit them on every 2 years, something like that, when I get time off from this busy life in
Fair
London.
enough.
So, yeah. So
Your journey coming to the UK, how has the UK been? How different is it to back in India?
totally different.
Go on, would you like to elaborate?
So, when I was studying, I wanted to study sports, but I went to the wrong profession. So I went to do accountancy.
Of course.
So I complete the course, but I realized that that's not my passion. That's not, I'm going to be fiddling with the numbers all my life. So I decided I wanted to study sports. So I, from my club where I used to play sports, so the head coach was there, it's Mr. Sheikh. He said to me, look, if you wanted to do something in your life, you can start study sports. So either you can become a teacher, PE teacher, or you can become a sports coach. And that's how I changed my career. And I went to sports college for 3 years. So that's how I done my Bachelor of Physical Education in India.
Okay.
So it was my best time, I would say, golden years of my life. Study sports. Well, I really loved it, and I enjoy study sports in all aspects, not only sports but other things also. I learned a lot, from that college. So I'm very thankful to those teachers who supported me and they educated me. So, and I still remember some of those, experience what I had. It was an amazing experience. Very small college, but a well-known college also in India. So studied there. End of the 3 years, I come back with gold medals in the university.
Nice.
So I secure the first place, and and I never looked back after that. So
You said you studied accounting. Why did you go for accounting?
that was wrong direction because there was not much opportunity in the life. Because you finish your GCS and then everybody, especially in my town, that everybody goes to the accountants. My best friend was actually, he's a chartered accountant now.
Of course.
So he said, okay, let's do it. So we went, and I halfway, after finishing my bachelor, BCom, and I realized that no, this is not, I want to do it. But it's still nice to have that skill because I can do on my own account.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's still nothing wasted in the life. Whatever you learn, it still stays with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So, that's good. But I had a really, really amazing time in my bachelor degree. Teachers were good, but they're very strict, but fair and firm.
How is the education in India compared to here?
Whatever I learned that 3 years back in 1991, I tell you the truth, I haven't learned anything like that here in the UK.
Okay. Do you wanna
So
explain how?
that is, yes. And then afterward, I went for master degree.
Okay.
So
In India or here?
in India.
Okay.
So I completed my master degree in 93.
Wow.
So that was almost 31 years ago.
This
So
a long time ago.
Yeah, but some distractions there happened in the life. So at age 22, I got married just in the
Okay.
middle of master degree.
So that was the distraction.
That was a big distraction.
Fair
So
enough.
so I didn't get the gold medal last time.
I hope your girlfriend doesn't see this.
No, that was my
Oh,
ex-wife.
it's your ex. Okay.
So I got married, and so of course, so so all your attention, all your focus moved away from your education to the different area.
Yeah.
So my dream was to do PhD.
Really? PhD
Yes.
in what?
PhD in a sports.
You can do a PhD in sports.
Yes, you can do that. Why not?
Wow.
You can do PhD in any subject.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Even flat tire, you can do PhD in that one. So
Wow.
it's okay. It's not a big deal. You can do PhD in any subject if you want to do. So
The cameraman is nodding. He's like, "I do a PhD in Final Fantasy games." He's just like, yeah, he could do that.
So in the sports I want to do PhD, and
Okay.
unfortunately it didn't happen. It's
Mhm.
still outstanding dream left over.
I mean, it's not too late. You could always do it.
You can do that because the life changed so many things. When you are young, when you are studying, I think you need to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Life is much easier that time. But once this flow stopped and you move into the family life and careers and things like that, and then you're thinking about doing PhD, of course you can do that. Nothing's stopping you. But it gets harder.
It gets a bit more difficult.
Yes. Yeah, because you lost your rhythm and everything. So yeah. So 93, I come to London
Okay.
after I got married.
And what did you do as soon as you moved into London?
Oh, I worked in the shop.
Worked in the shop.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I had a job to work in the university as lecturer in India.
Okay.
That given up, and I worked in the shop here
So
as a shop assistant.
So you turned down a lecturer role at university in India to work in a shop, retail shop.
Then
here.
I was getting £10 a day.
£10 a day in 1993.
Yes, I was getting £50 for 5 days work.
Wow. How was that enough? Okay, maybe not the right answer, but was that enough?
Well, no,
No.
but it was my first job, so
Fair enough.
I had nothing to second week I was working. So the local shop, so I worked there for a few months.
£50, is that a lot of money in India? Like, would that have been a lot of money in India?
No, I would have better wages, definitely.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but that you can't compare to India at that stage. You moved to London, so
Yeah.
and afterward I got different jobs. I work in warehouse, factories. I did get some work in sports clubs, so I
Okay.
did work in the sports clubs also. But then the life was in a progress. So doesn't matter. You come from India with a master's degree. It is not straightforward to get a job here.
Yeah, of course.
I did go and work in a school,
Mm.
but because of the big cultural difference between India and here, I couldn't adjust it very first year.
Mm.
So I have to say I need a little bit time to get adjust with the culture,
Yeah, of course.
language, Then that stage, I had to think about only thing I can do to study.
Okay.
Skill, building blocks.
Yeah.
So that next 5 years, I worked whenever I got a job in the factories or but then in the evening I was studying
So you're working and studying
same time.
at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, I want to speak about that later. Coming back to so you moved into the UK and you worked in factories, you did a bit of retail, and then you came across Silver Birch Care.
Nope, not that stage.
It's not that stage.
Nope, that Silver Birch came 2019.
Oh, so a lot later.
You're very late.
Okay, so what did you do from then up until you met?
Yeah, so I started studying the sports here in the UK and other various subjects also, not only sports, but I was trying to study lots of other things, to educate myself with a computer, because in India we never had a computer.
Okay.
So I had to educate myself. So start studying, learning the different programs and things like that. That helps you later in your life. So the main thing was I wanted to work in the sports, but it wasn't easy to break into it. I cannot go and work in a school or sports center. To achieve that one, you need to get good qualification to work in the leisure industry. So that's my first object, was trying to break the ice.
Okay.
It took me 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Some of us would give up after 5 minutes.
We can't, because end of the day, you have to, what is your passion is, you have to work for your passion.
Yeah.
You have to gain qualification, you have to get, then I have a breakthrough. So I have a job in a leisure club, in a 5-star hotel in Swiss Cottage.
Okay.
That was my first, proper job it was a sports, but it wasn't sports. It was just like a gym, swimming pool, and that kind of leisure club. People comes in.
Okay, yeah.
So I met nice people there. I worked there for 2 years. And again, that 2 years, I was studying like a hell. That was my other university, because I used to call it Marriott University, because they were sending me all the courses and I was happy to go and keep, putting extra blocks into my, success. So I studied that one, and then later on I actually got to work for a council.
Really?
So I worked for Islington Council.
Okay.
So that time it was Equaterra, and I joined Equaterra, and I became a duty manager there, and running the center day to day. So that's another good learning curve for me. Meeting people, meeting coaches. That now is a time, actually, what happened, I met lots of people who are into the sports. So badminton, table tennis, and again, I start educating myself. I start going for the courses. Whatever the course is available, I was ready for it. And I don't tell these things to anybody, but I might have about more than 600 qualifications.
How? Okay, damn. That's
so I know, but that is the thing, and I don't take it out anywhere. I don't show it to anybody. And the last time when I was a job interview for SBC, they asked me, said, "Do you have your CV?" And I said, "I don't have my CV." And they were surprised and said, "Why do you don't have your CV?" And I said, "Last 25 years, I never needed it."
You just let your long list of you just threw certificates at them.
Whenever it is, but end of the day, you learned. It's not about piece of paper. What you learn, that's important. That's because anybody can have a certificate or anybody can have a qualification, but how you apply in your real life, that's important.
Yeah, that's true. Qualifications only go so far.
Just a piece of paper.
If you can't use them.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a piece of paper, but you need to use it in real life.
Yeah, we all have a qualification, except the cameraman. But we all have like an undergraduate qualification.
That's good, but he might be using his experience, and so it's good. So
he's using all of his life experience just for the cameras.
That works. Experience is also important, in life. Experiences
are they only take you so far if you don't utilize them.
That's right. But you never know. As I said before, I learned accountancy back 30 years ago, and I said, "Oh my God, I made a mistake in my life," and But I still remember, I just still do my own, my book. I still do my own
So
accountancy.
everything you
So
learn.
everything you learn in the life is, you never know when you're going to get used.
Fair enough. So then you eventually come 2019 and you now come across Silver Birch Care. Well, tell us the story. What is Silver Birch Care? What do they do? And how did you get involved?
Silver Birch Care is a residential care home for young people,
Okay.
age 16 to 19 years old.
Okay.
So that can be any local boys or the people coming from the other country, and they don't have accommodation.
Okay.
They cannot end up in a street because of their age. They cannot be, because the age, they had to be looked after.
Yeah.
So the Silver Birch Care is providing them care homes. So it's a fully staffed care home. So where they can actually, stay there for duration of time. They can go to college.
Yeah.
They can have a medical helps, all kind of things we do for them. And my job is to give them a sporting activities.
Okay.
So our homes are equipped with like a home equipment, like a treadmill, exercise bike, gym equipments, all there. We have footballs, badminton rackets, stuff like that. They can actually use it. It's a nice day. They can go use in the park. Or we have teams. We have football teams. We have cricket teams. They can come and join us for training. They can come and play matches. If they're too good, we can actually send them to the different clubs also. So they can actually. My job is to shine them up. So give them opportunity as much as possible.
How did you get involved into Silver Birch Care?
That was a story. So back in 2021, I know Mr. Kareem for many years, and he's like a family friend to us. And when his COVID came, Highbury was shut down.
Okay.
So, and I said, I got nothing to do. And he said, oh, we have a table tennis in one of our care home. Would you like to go and teach? And and the person was a high needs one. It's about 3 carers working with him at the same time, one person. I said, fine, I will go and do table tennis with him. And we have a success story. So the boy was good. He was doing whatever I asked him to do. And we had a good, result. And we talked about it and said, why don't we make SBC something like a unique care homes compared to other care homes in the UK, that we can provide them sports activities. So the sports is a medium, and we all know that sports can have not only one effect on the person. They can have several different things that people can improve their life. People can improve their social skill, fitness, all kind of things, language barriers and things. So it was unknown territory for me, and Mr. Kareem offered me a job, and I said, okay, here we go. So you are employed by SBC. And I said, okay, so my job is to gathering all these pieces and put them in a one team. And successfully we did it. And we have a nice bunch of football teams, players, very talented. They're young, energetic, fast, and they done really, really good job now. So and some of the people who left the SBC, they're still coming back to us and saying, oh yes, we done excellent job for them, and we're doing these things in their life, and some of them still carry on playing, So it is a good story. It is a good development, because forget that age 16 to 19 is very important age in your life. If you get in the right track, if you get the right people in your life might be going in a different direction. But the same kids, if they don't have anything to do, they may end up in a street and doing something naughty. So yes, in a way, it is a success story. And we're still ongoing story. It's not only finished there. When we were doing lots of things for them, like running sports leader courses, if they're good, we can put them on sports coaching courses. So they will get ample opportunity to do different things in the sports.
Okay. And how or what was the main reason that what drew you to get a career in sports?
Me?
Yeah.
That
Why?
was the bad story. That's why I choose the sports. Primary school back in
Okay.
India. Um, Always wanted to play cricket.
Okay.
And which Indian doesn't want to play cricket? Everybody wants to play cricket. But those days, no Sachin Tendulkar there.
Mm.
So, but it's still people wants to play cricket. So
Okay.
I asked my PE teacher, I said, can I join the team? And he said, you are not good. We're not going to
Really?
select you. So I didn't like it, but you had to take it in your face.
You
I
have to
wasn't
take-
good.
yeah.
So fine. But when I asked few friends, said, can we actually create a team, our own small team? So we actually create a small team and we were practicing and things like that. So, but then I realized in my life, I said, hold on, I done it that way. But if somebody else was there, they will get not really motivated and they would not even take the sports.
Mm.
So a very young age, I decided, I said, I want to give opportunity to people to play sports.
So you basically wanted to prove your teacher wrong.
Well, not wrong and right, but end of the day, my job is, I said, I want to do something in my life so actually I can give an ample opportunity to people to
other
play
people.
sports.
Okay.
They play what level, that's not important.
Mm.
Even they play in Division 7 or Division 1, that's not important. As long as they play the sports. And
We'll come to that because some of us might not be knowing what Division 7, Division 1 is. Before we get to that, what sports are you actively involved in as a manager as well as a player?
I keep two sports different completely.
Okay.
Cricket is my passion. That's what I really love to play.
I know this. I can tell.
Yeah. So if you even call me from the graveyard and said, Sanket, you got a match today, maybe I'll jump out and play the match. So cricket is the passion. So
Okay.
I really love to play cricket. And in the young days, I did play for Middlesex, Division 1.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, but that was 20 years ago.
Fair enough.
Maybe older than that, more than 20 years ago. But then, yes, played good level cricket, achieved many trophies, many awards. But now it's all dust collecting stuff. So it's just like you achieved it and you done it. So what? Now my job is the role changed. So I want my job is, again, I want to give opportunity to people to play, people to shine.
Yeah, so you've gone from now a player to now the manager.
That's correct. And the table tennis is pure work, or you can call it pure, professional work. Just say work and that pleasure. I don't like to mix it up. But sometimes when I have 5 minutes, end of the session, I'll take the balls out and hit some balls,
Yeah.
So
we had the game last week Thursday.
yeah,
right?
that's right. So, do that. So it's a good fun, and I can't complain. Whatever I want to do in my life, I succeeded at some stage, yes. So, can't complain.
Coming to that, so you said in your professional life you do table tennis, your leisure you do cricket. Why table tennis? What started it off, and how long have you been playing?
Table tennis started back in Balbhavan days. Like one of those sports club for young people.
Okay.
Like a community club.
Yeah.
Back in India.
Okay.
And when it's a rainy days, so you can't play cricket, you can't play volleyball outside. So table tennis was one of those sports, and I enjoyed it. Table tennis, I like one thing about table tennis is because it's a spin and a speed. You know, so there's combination of that. I really enjoy table tennis.
Okay.
And I am completely different kind of players. Coaches different things, but I am a really unusual kind of style player.
Yeah.
Not many people, even Japanese, they would not call me I'm their style player.
I mean, I've seen the way you hold the bat.
So learned it my own style, own things. Lots of experiment, lots of. The coach used to tell me lots of things, and you can't do this, you can't, But I said, look, I want to learn slightly different way, and but I learned it that way. So, but table tennis, I really liked it because what I always think, table tennis is one of the sports. Everybody cannot play cricket, football, but table tennis you can play.
Yeah, I can't remember who, but someone was saying how table tennis is the most universal sport.
It's true. If you look at it, if you Google it, how many people in the world play table tennis, it's much more than football, fans in the world. So you don't need anything. You just need a small table, put the net on the top, and you can use any table as a table tennis table.
Fair enough.
So
playing table tennis, what are some of the positive contributions? So some of the things we spoke about earlier, what are the positive contributions that have come across in your life?
Starting the club, that was the first thing. Back in 2003 when I was working in Finsbury as a manager, I said to the center manager, I said, look, there is something we can do on a Friday night where this room is not being used. So I would like to start table tennis club. And she said, that's strange. She said, do you know how many tables do we have? And I said, I know we have one table.
Okay.
So the one table. And then somebody said, oh, Sanket, the next door neighbor swimming pool, there's somebody threw the table in the skip. So two of us went in there and took the table out, and we can now have 2 tables club.
Okay.
So, and she bought a couple of tables extra for us. So we start with a very basic 3-4 tables. And some of the club member from that era, we're talking about way back 20 years ago, Natalia is one of them.
She's been there
from very first day in the club. Yes, she is
wow.
one of the oldest member in the club.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say that, but she is one of the
longest serving members.
Yeah, so we start from very small, and then gradually we got a little bit funding here and there, few £100 from here and there. Mr. Karim actually helped in the early stage also.
Yeah.
So we got some tables and we built up from literally nothing. From zero. So, and 2006, people said, oh, we should actually put our team in Central League.
And that was what, 2006?
That's correct.
Okay.
So 2006, we actually entered 3 teams.
Okay.
And the first year, we won the Warney Cup.
Really?
Yes.
That was the first year, and you won the Warner Cup as well?
Yes. And it was some really good players at that time. Claire was there. Hugh was one of our best players. Actually, he was student and he went back to...
Was this back when Tyler, Fabian, were they here?
Oh, Tyler was part of it a little bit here and there, yes. Tyler was very young.
Okay.
And, they came a little bit later.
Okay.
I think around 2008 or 9, they came later on. Fabian joined the club. Fabian has been with the club for many years.
Okay.
So, so we started from zero. So then from that, with the club was expanding so nicely that we ended up having 8 teams, and many people wants to come and play in the club. Amazing atmosphere from very beginning. I've been blessed with very good captains, so it makes my life much easier. And
what about now? Because I know some captains are doing...
No, but it is a partial, because it's not everybody same. They need help, and I'm here to help them. But the thing is, the success for the club is the member and the captains.
Yeah.
Not the organizer. I can't take the credit for any club. You think the captains are my right hand and left hand, and they done a really good job. End of the day, so they do all the hard works. I'm there for supporting them. Yeah, but they do all the hard work to maintain the teams, doing the playing fixtures and something like that. But that's from very beginning. We had that trend to the club, one of the most friendliest club. We wanted to do it, and we had a good numbers of people coming to the club. So that trend stayed on.
Definitely. No, I agree. My own experience going to different clubs across London, Highbury is definitely the most friendliest. It's the most open and social club, I guess you could say.
But that's people want it. People come from work. People come from
A long day.
study, and whatever you do in your life, you finish your life 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You want to come and play sports. So you want to be relaxed. You want to enjoy it. You want to have fun. Winning, losing, that is important. Really? No. The process is important. You come and play sports, and you can play for a long period of time if you enjoy it.
Okay, and you mentioned that Highbury won an award, or you won an award, I should say.
Yes, there was a couple of awards actually. I got it from the Table Tennis England.
Okay.
2000 pre-COVID. Yeah, it was good. So, as again they said, is this for actually Highbury, not for the coach. Without people, players, I'm nothing. So, end of the day, it belongs to Highbury.
For anyone who doesn't know, who regulates table tennis in England?
Anybody?
So who regulates table tennis in England, for anyone that doesn't know?
About the Highbury or?
Just in general, so table tennis in general. So who runs table tennis in England?
There's not really. It's Table Tennis England is just run the governing body of Table Tennis England.
Is the governing body.
Yeah. You used to call it ETTA, but now it's a TTE, Table Tennis England now.
Okay, so it's changed.
They changed the name, yes.
Okay, and other than the Central London League that you mentioned, is Highbury involved in any other competitions?
Finsbury was involved in a British league.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, Fabian was the team manager, team coach that time. So he was team captain. He was doing all things. We are still actually there is some players from the Highbury or older players are still using the Finsbury name, and they're still playing in the British league.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
It's still going on.
How good are they? Are they doing good?
No, they're fine. They're doing very well.
Okay.
So they are Division 1 players, and they're doing very well. So
looking ahead, what are your hopes for the future of table tennis, like within England and Highbury specifically?
I would just want to Highbury to grow in a way. We're already growing good enough. We actually introducing more sessions, but I don't want it to do actually only target one part of the society. Not only just said, oh, because you are a good player, you can come and play for us.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that philosophy. I want anybody can come and play in a club, and I wanted to invite a wide range of community. As I said, young people, old people, ladies can come, disabled can come and play.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you're black, white, pink, yellow. You all can come and play in a table tennis. We welcome the one stage in a Highbury, we had a lot of different nationalities.
Yeah.
They were coming to play. Some from South America, some from Japan, and some people said, oh, I'm here on holiday and I'm coming to play table tennis. I said, wow, that's it. You're welcome, so, so we got lots of different people, and I would like to invite them to the club. And sometimes I would like to have a link up with the club, like we have a link up in Spain.
Yeah.
So the people can come and, young people last year came from Spain to come and play in Highbury.
In Highbury. Definitely. We've had recently someone leaving us tomorrow. They're leaving tomorrow. Someone going back to Japan. So they came to study, and they figured, I remember speaking to him. I'm not sure if I'm not going to mention his name, but he came not knowing any English, and he's here to study English. So he came whilst he was studying English, he was playing, and he was pretty good. I mean, we lost to them on Thursday. I blame you for
I don't know who am I going to thanking for that one, but
we both missed. Maybe you may have missed more than I did.
Okay, fine. Don't worry. We lost it now. We can't complain. We can't play a rematch.
We came back.
We can play a rematch, and when he come back to the United Kingdom, we will ask him to.
Oh, we go to Japan.
We
beat him in his home.
We can do the either way. You buy me a ticket and we go there. So I'm happy to go. No problem.
Why not? Coming back to everything, so you've started Highbury, you've worked in Silver Birch, you've studied far and wide. Based off of all your life experience, how would you define success?
Success is, it takes time. It's just like you see the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
But underneath is lots of rubbles and stones there. So people think Highbury is a successful club. Yes, in a way, yeah, it is successful, but it is a hard work for many, many people,
Of course.
many volunteers, many, like a Peter does lots of, yourself, you do lots of hard work on the behind, and we're trying to keep table tennis going, so it is very important. Just don't measure success because we are somewhere, we have many people in the club. I don't count it that way, but the success is like is a big teamwork, and again, if you look at back in a Highbury story, is the Highbury started with members. So they actually wanted to slightly not break away from Finsbury, but they wanted to say, can we just go away from this institutional club, and we can have our own club? And that idea came from Mr. Tom Lodziak, a very famous table tennis coach in these days, and a Stuart Sweeney. He's a Central League now. It's a secretary. So three of us, we said, okay, let's do, because I used to work last 20 years, 25 years. I worked in a school. So many school I worked in. And I said, this is the best way we can actually, have a club, separate club from, and that time the both club was running parallel. So, it was good. And that's how we started. 2011, we started Highbury.
And now we're 2024 now. Yeah, 24. Yeah, we're
13 years.
13 years. What in those 13 years, what life lessons have you learned starting your own your own organization, running it for the last 13 years?
Lots of ups and downs in a way. Yeah. Sometimes financially struggle on a club also.
Yeah.
So sometimes you think, okay, you don't get pay or things like that. You just do lots of things voluntary. You put your own money also, because end of the day, you need something. People cannot wait for it. So yes, you do sacrifice lots of hours, not only on table tennis,
of course,
session, but the behind the doors. Sometimes you stay until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, organizing team, organizing players, things like that. So it is a work. But when you are passionate about something, you want to, time doesn't affect.
Yeah.
This is not 9 to 5 job.
Of course.
So, it's, but
one thing which I think everyone listening should acknowledge is there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh yes, definitely.
A lot. I've seen you the behind the scenes.
Oh, you will see me coming with the drills and hammer also. So from maintenance of the tables to sorting the team out, and discipline them. All the things is a lot of things. Yeah, but again, it's a lots of teamwork. Lots of people helping me also.
Yeah.
So,
credit to the Highbury staff team, the management. Credit to Peter. He's worked.
Yeah, that's correct.
He's worked far and wide. Based off of your experience, do you have any regrets or anything you would have done differently? If you think
not regret, but I think I could have done a bit more towards the pre-COVID 2019. We had about 40 ladies who were actually playing for Highbury, and that time I don't think so any other clubs in London or outside London they have that many ladies who are actually playing for the club. So we established the ladies table tennis sessions, and it was very successful. We done it very well. And last 2-3 years after we come back from COVID, numbers growing, but a bit slow. We last 2 years we had a ladies team from the Highbury.
I remember that.
So my encouragement is, can we go back to that same number? And I wanted to work towards that number. So if we can get even 40, 50, I'll be really happy. I'll be happy.
So the only thing you would probably work on is trying to improve female participation.
This stage, if I'm just focusing on one thing, I said I could have done a bit more, because now I work with SBC. I got a little bit tied up with the hours. So if I wanted to spend more time with the Highbury, is a bit struggling, and I have my other business also running, so it is a bit tricky, so difficult to deal with many things, many balls juggling. But I should have done it, or I could delegate that work to somebody else to do it. So we can do that.
What would you say to someone who, for example, works 9 to 5 Monday to Friday and says they don't have time to get into sports? What would you say to them?
There is always time for everything. If you dedicated something, if you're motivated, then it is, one thing is breaking ice. If you break the ice and you said, okay, I want to go and play, nobody can stop you.
Okay, so it's more, you're saying it's all about planning and mindset. If you think you can do it, then you can do it.
Just set a small target and say, look, I want to do once a week or twice a week table tennis, and come and have fun. You don't need to look at your... I will keep the eye on the time. You don't need to worry about the time. When it's time to go home, I will send you to go home until you are playing table tennis without looking at the watch. So, that is the beauty about playing sports. Going to gym, yes, it can be a little bit trickier. Looking at times, oh my God, 20 minutes to go on treadmill. But when you play sports, you don't look at the time.
Exactly. Time just flies.
Yeah.
And last thing, would you want to just speak about the Highbury sessions? So you can just talk about the upcoming sessions that Highbury are doing.
Yeah, Highbury, we are expanding the clubs in various geographical locations in London. One is we're trying to cover Archway, which is on Wednesday night. We are encouraging people said come and play in a smaller venue, so it's more friendly. No stress. Just come and play and express yourself. What kind of level you can play. Other one is we're starting the new two sessions on a Monday evening. The Monday evening is a specialized. I want to do. People can come after work, finish work in the central London, 5 o'clock, come and play 5:15, hour and a half, good exercise, good workout. The coach will be there and they will help you do the coaching kind of things. And just have pure fun. Bring your friends, bring your co-work colleagues, play table tennis. We are also going to invite some of the corporate companies. Actually, they can become a part of the Highbury.
Definitely.
So they can actually send their employees and say, okay, look, after work you can go and play some sports, like how people have a gym membership association.
And a lot of
similar kind of, and it is so easily accessible, and for some companies not a big amount to pay. For their employees, even 10 employees, not going to cost them bomb.
I mean, nearly every company that I know, more or less, they all have a tennis table. Mm-hmm. So I don't see why they wouldn't.
Well, instead of they're going to like a pub and bounce and drink alcohol, they then can come and play pure table tennis, So that's one. And Saturday morning, we are going to start a new sessions. This is for a family. Or people can bring their partners, friends, the young children's come with that and come and enjoy table tennis at the Finsbury. So, I mean, again, it's targeting different crowd. Yeah. So as you know that Tuesday and Thursday, it is more likely, serious kind of people. So they just wanted to win.
Sure. Yeah, you can say that.
And if they lose, they'll be miserable people. But at the end of the day, then, but that is a different set of people, because I believe in one thing: when you run the club, the person who comes through your front door, they're all not same people. People come to that door. Somebody wants to do exercise. Somebody wants to play table tennis. Somebody wants to improve their game skill. Somebody want to have proper fun. So it is, people have different motivation, different aspects. So my job is to provide sports for everyone, catering them. That's the idea.
So just to summarize, so Highbury will be running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday and Saturday.
Yes, so too many. Except one day is missing would be, I don't know,
Friday.
Friday is a day off.
Okay, so
not really day off, because people can still come and do one-to-one training on a Friday.
Oh, yes.
So literally we are open every single day.
Oh yeah, and for those that don't know, we also have a one-to-one coaching. So for anyone that wants to get into playing the sport,
Yeah, they can go on the Highbury website and they can find the coaches, they can find the slots, they can book it and come and play. And it's a great people, we have in the club, and all the members we have, good in a way, they all welcome, the new person. Because I believe in the one thing is when somebody turns up and standing there
yeah,
on the door and nobody going to greet them, nobody say hello to them,
yeah, of course.
they feel one of the bad thing. I will feel bad.
It feels awkward. Like they
Yeah.
go in there, they don't know anyone, and now they're just standing there.
But it's same like you go in the gym and you go in the gym for 10 years and you would not know anybody in that
That's
gym.
that'd be sad.
That's I don't want to have that culture in my club. So, as always said, doesn't matter who you are, we'll come and greet you, we'll come and meet you, and we'll find the partners for you and we can make you play table tennis.
Definitely. Well, what we'll do is we'll obviously put all the links in the description. We'll tag the Highbury Table Tennis Club. I want to thank you for coming today.
Thank you very much.
It's interesting. At least now we know a bit more about where Highbury came from, a bit more about yourself.
Yeah.
Because obviously you embody the Highbury spirit.
No, Highbury is is a big family. Put it this way.
Very big family.
Big family. We're all friends there. We fight, we argue, we laugh, but we are big
The
family.
fighting is hilarious.
Yeah, so we are a big family, and we know it doesn't matter what occasion, if it's a good or sad occasion, we all stand together and we support each other's.
Yeah.
That's the beauty about the club, because as I told you, my family is back in India, so Highbury is my biggest family.
Yeah.
So
It's the family away from family.
that's right.
When your family at home are annoying you, you can come to Highbury, get annoyed over there.
So it's okay. It's a both both ways.
It's
I had to look after it. It's a family. So,
Well, thank you, Sanket, for coming on.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Check out Highbury Table Tennis Club. At Highbury College, this is a new adventure that we're going through where we're bringing business professionals and sports personalities and people from a wide variety of backgrounds to speak about their experiences and how you can get involved. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell someone about the podcast, and hopefully we'll bring more personalities like Sanket award winners, businessmen, entrepreneurs, teachers, and the like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe once again. Thank you, and that's all we have time for tonight. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
يا واسع الجود